Hey YouTube, how you guys doing today? Kevin here, coming back at you with more information. Yeah, doing another video, still working on the spike motor. Yeah, we got a lot to do to this bike, guys, a lot. Okay, alright, so what I had done, sorry about that, I had center punched, drilled and tapped the two posts. Now this charge coil right here, you'll see it's got the yellow wire on it. This charge coil right here came out of the KV75 MT1. This came off of a spare. And then I had to oblong the holes so they're longer. Now, the black plastic insulators fit perfectly in between the posts that are in the back there. Now, you're going to look at this and go, Kevin, they're at an angle. Well, they're supposed to be. They're not supposed to be straight on this bike. Like this. See how those are parallel? One's diagonal and the other one is fatter, so it's fatter on the back, thinner at the top. Why is that, you ask? I'll show you guys why. Because this flywheel diameter is smaller than this diameter. You can see how substantial they are side by side. See, that's smaller, bigger, and so what they did was they angled one side of it to accommodate for that. So when I put the flywheel on, okay, fits right on there, and I look through the window at the magnets, which you really can't see here, but I got beautiful clearance on them. Okay, so there's not an issue there. I am, however, having an issue on this center part here. So I took some emery cloth and cleaned it up a bit, and I'm going to try today to see if it is going to rub. So I'm going to do a rub test before I clean this all up. Oh, and by the way, here's how I made those holes longer this way. So right next to the screw, I left them screwed to a plate. I drilled all the way through on both of them, okay, right next to the hole, and then I used my Milwaukee drill with a chainsaw drill, file, and spun it going back and forth, and it worked great. So what I'm looking for right now is I don't want this center part right here to rub on the bottom of this. Now I know it's fine on this one, but I'm not 100% sure on this one, because don't forget, this wasn't part of the bike. This is for a Kawasaki. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a mark just like that. I took my marker and put it right like that. And then I'm going to take, now I have no flywheel key. I don't have any flywheel key installed. I'm going to take this marker, this is test 1, line it up and push it on and see if it goes. If it does, which it does, you can see right there, see where it's rubbing? So I need to take this down more. So it's just at the cusp of rubbing, so that's what I gotta do. I gotta keep sanding that down and to grind that down a little bit, just so it doesn't rub. We don't want to rub on the bottom of this because it'll short out the coil. But it, from the rub, doesn't look like it's that bad. So that is how you check clearance that you cannot see. And that's easy enough to do. So it doesn't look like it's going to be all that bad. Anyway, I figured I'd do a video, show you guys where I'm at, and just going to keep rocking it out. And we have a lot of stuff to do to this bike. So this is the charge coil, the 6-volt coil from a KV75, mounted on here on the pedestals. And then all we got to do now is increase the clearance down bottom, and then we're golden. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. So we have the carb intake, the fuel filter. This piece right here goes on top of the carburetor. I put up there so I didn't lose it. And then where are we at? Finish the modification on this. It's going to rain out, so we're going to put an insulator on this, run it up through here where it's supposed to go with all the rest of the wiring, and then that'll go up to the top up there, and then boom, this bike will be able to power the lights and the CDI all in one shot. Real simple. Really liking this motor. And this motor right here is used most primarily like it's a Suzuki. So it's basically a Suzuki engine built for the KV70, the KX50 from Suzuki, and they made these right here for Kawi. So wasn't really sure about that, but they used the same engine. The reason why this engine is so cheap to build and everything is so inexpensive is because it's used on the LT50 four-wheeler, the Junior 50, the Kawasaki KDX 50, and many other machines. So the parts for this thing are readily available. However, none of them run that charge coil. So that's where I'm at with that. So unbelievable, huh, guys? Unbelievable. But a couple of good thing is this is a flywheel right here off of a KV75 MT1, and you can see how it's the 4-magnet flywheel. And then you have this one right here, which is the Suzuki style, and that's also a 4-magnet flywheel. So it all works out in the end. So we're just going to keep cleaning that up until we get it to where we need to. So anyway, I figured I'd do a video and show you guys where we're at. So I got to basically sand that down a little bit more, grind it down, melt it down, sand it down, however I want to do it to get it down to where I need to get it down to. If I had a lathe, that would probably be the best. So, but I don't, so that's where I'm at. So anyway, guys, thank you for watching, thank you for subscribing, and hopefully you find this video informative. It's a very short series. I'm sorry for the small videos. It looks like it's going to rain out, and I am just trying to get this out so you guys can see where I'm up to, so I can move on to the next part. Now, some of these engines on the, here's a little cool thing for you guys. This engine, if you buy the LT50 side cover, you can get this with a pull start. And if you look on the flywheel on the front, there are 3 little screw holes right there. 1, 2, and 3. That's where the cup bolts onto, and then you can do a pull start on this thing if you want to as well. So you don't have to have kick, you can have a pull start. Thought that was pretty cool. So there's all kinds of things that are interesting about this engine, and I'm very happy it's going to be going on one of mine. So anyway, guys, thank you for watching, thanks for subscribing, and I will talk to you guys later.